What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and last night, oh my god, if you thought Street Fighter 6 was salty enough, last night was the salt mine. I've never seen a Street Fighter day that was this toxic. But before we get to that, we have this here from Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs. Shows off an article, 10 celebrities you didn't know were gay. And look at that, number 7, DSPGAMING. Imagine if he was 4th place. That would be perfect. Then this is the thumbnail DSP decided to use to promote that he's playing Street Fighter 6 all day. And we have Throw, actual thumbnail used by Darkside Phil. We got Karen with the Dark Abyss Psycho Eyes, looking straight out of a Blumhouse flick, and Constipated Ryu with an emphasis on his gross ass face and a rare glimpse of his rotten gin pickled teeth. And then the pre-stream chat was crazy. So we got this here from DSP. Well, to start off today, I choked on my bagel and spit out my coffee. Which we have a quote from In Another Place. Maybe don't eat and drink at the same time. I'm convinced he doesn't know how to actually eat. Then DSP's big plan was to get Akuma to master rank. His placement put him in Diamond 5. But he kept losing, so he got Diamond 4. But he believes on this stream, he can take him to master so he can brag about it. We'll see how that goes. DSP, good morning all. I'm currently setting up a bunch of stuff. Actually, I'm going to do Akuma today on the first stream, which is all 5-star diamond into masters. I wanted to get him to master, and I was studying a bit. There is a late stream tonight, and that will not be all Akuma at all. And then he kept going and going. Remember, he was late to his stream to start it, as usual. I always have some cream cheese, usually veggie style. I have no idea who Timcast is, nor do I care, thanks. So I believe someone on Timcast actually made fun of DSP jerking off on stream. If it's politics, it makes no sense as I don't do politics. I'm not a topic for those shows to be discussing. So it must have been pretty stupid. I don't know who Tim Pool is or why he'd mention me. Of course, DSP always has to talk about drama. The fact that we've had Boogie go full nude on stream on purpose. Nike R, I'm pretty sure he means Nick Rakita, which would be very close to another word you don't want to be saying, Phil. Going to jail over drugs, etc. But somehow I'm still brought up for a fuzzy, silenced webcam in 2016 is pretty amazing. Of course, he's talking about jerking off on stream in front of children. Almost like the internet can't get over themselves. Then remember this tweet because it does not age very well. Just watched more Akuma vids and saw his corner technique. So I'm jumping back into the game right now. Just kidding, but I do like the character. I'm debating more ranked on Friday because I can get him to master soon. But for now, have a great Thursday all. Of course, that was on his day off. Then DSP decided to talk about dumb stuff as usual. When DSP was young, he often sat around doing nothing as he didn't have car or money. I think that's called being lazy, Phil, and spoiled by your mother, as you can always find things to do, such as exercise. Then we have DSP talking like an idiot to Jasper again. What else is new?
What do you want to do? You've been silly. Am I using a voice changer? No, I use a higher pitched voice with him because I like talking to him like that because he's like my son.
Then we have Otter, straight into a beg for support. He wants you to leave comments, etc. on his videos again, because you aren't telling him how to play it in comments. Phil has to do his own research in how to play. Of course, he's talking about Street Fighter 6. Ex-FGC professional, who is playing better, according to him. And of course, his chat was pushing back. At DSPGAMING, you get comments and you literally never respond to them, or even like them unless money is attached. Then DSP did a whole segment of how he didn't fart on stream. We all heard it. His explanation was that he used his mouth. Apparently made that sound with his mouth. We all heard what we heard. Even his audience agrees. Then we had something pointed out by Otter. So if anyone doesn't know, Curls and Twirls in Renton, Washington has closed down. And since then, DSP has not got a haircut since. Then he decided to talk about Paper Mario. DSP is convinced because of code in Paper Mario 1000 Year Door that Switch 2 will be announced next month and released by the end of this year. No, Phil, Nintendo said it wasn't going to be announced during the Direct in June. God, he's an idiot. Then his chat was on him about banning people. Banning people for chatting about random things in chat and calling it derailment is why people hate you. How dare you treat the ones you keep your lights on this way? Then we have this message from Glad I'm Not You. It's almost a waste of time to hate on you. 42 years old, nothing to show for your so-called career, hated by everyone, no friends, no real love, massive debt continuing to build. It's beautiful. Thumbs up. And then Gout gives us a rundown of what DSP did on his day off. Ordered food, grocery shopping, pet supplies, watched cat play Fallout 3, paid bills, YouTube paid late, set up mini PC, did Windows updates, Steam updates, did not test games for tomorrow, spent money on Street Fighter 6 on soundtracks, didn't have time to assign tracks. Then this gets pointed out. Even though Phil sat and watched cat play Fallout 3, he didn't have time to set up a game for tomorrow, so expect plenty of menu time in games tomorrow. Dick Stroke and Phil vlogs. YouTube is apparently usually really on time with payments. From the guy who literally used to beg for tips, because YouTube might not pay on time, you can't write this shit. Then, of course, DSP has to buy more stuff for Street Fighter 6 and spend more real money. Even though he told everyone else not to do it, he's doing it himself. DSP spent $12 of real money to buy more in-game music in Street Fighter 6 yesterday. Imagine telling people, don't waste your money on stupid stuff in games, microtransactions, this or that, and then you spend $12 for music tracks in Street Fighter 6. Start of today's stream will be in menus assigning music tracks. Then we have Poem Josh. The amount of trying to prove himself in Street Fighter 6 and talk about how he removed himself from the FGC as 100%, trying to prepare for the June doc. He's going to focus heavily on trying to explain away his FGC days to distract and avoid the last 5 years of his activity online. Then DSP was talking about his wins, and he said he won 18 out of 32, that's 50%. Oh wait, it's more like 70%. Forbidden DSP math. Then the money started coming in. Hallelujah, the money's coming in. Money, money, yeah. And DSP said he has to be careful which hat he wears during Street Fighter 6, so it doesn't bother him and affect his gameplay. And at this point too, he decided to test out the animations, make sure everything was working, and he did a test amount for $84. Now keep that in mind for later on in the video. And then Street Fighter starts. First thing he does, assign music and play dress up. And then remember when he did that $84 test tip to make sure the animations worked? Well, guess what? He got $85 from Trace and Reap, a longtime fan. Then how did it start? Less than 15 seconds in the first round of the day. I didn't do that. I already don't want to play. So it's going well. At least he has Hogan money. And I just noticed right at the bottom under Discover More, Canadian Debo, I just farted and poop came out. I need to take a shower. I'll be back, guys. I have no words for that. Then we got this in chat from Two Broke Gamers. Hey Phil, I watched your replay with input history on from last match. You're not inputting DP correctly, so you aren't getting it. I'd practice a bit more just trying to help. And guess what happened? Ban. Gone. Forever. Then he was losing like crazy with Akuma. I believe he had one win in the first hour and a half, and he was done. He didn't care about the gimmicks, the vest, the hat, and he decided he had enough with this. All this stupid bullshit.
Well, and I pushed in stuff. Fuck this, you know what? I've had enough. I had enough of all the fun and fucking games with this bullshit. I'm fucking pissed off at this fucking game. I literally can't get the game to play well. I'm done with all the little bullshit gimmick fucking idiotic stuff. I'm gonna fucking get this to work right now. I've had enough. I really had enough. I didn't fucking wait 2 fucking days to play this game to waste a whole fucking day because it doesn't work online. Fuck this piece of shit. I'm starting to win right fucking now. I've had enough.
Then we have Steve of the Bed, who explains exactly what happened right after that. DSP going, that's it, I'm done playing around, I'm fucking winning now, and then proceeded to get absolutely bodied is always hilarious. Then that tipper who did $85 demanded he put the vest on, he put the hat on, because he paid for it. And then he threatened to charge back his money if Phil didn't give him what he wanted. And Phil, well, he responded this way.
And now we have someone who's threatening to fucking charge me back publicly in a tip. You're threatening to charge me back publicly in a tip. You sure you want to play this fucking game? Because you just gave me evidence that if you try to charge it back that I win. You fucking idiot. Yeah, you fucking idiot. You gave me an $85 tip earlier. This Trace and Reap dude just threatened me and said, oh, you better put on all your outfit today or I'm gonna just fucking, you better refund me. You fucking idiot. You have evidence now in a tip you just sent me saying that you're demanding a refund or you're gonna charge it back because I'm not wearing a vest and a hat. That's not how it works. You can't charge back because of that. Now I have legal evidence in your message from your tip. So if you try to charge back, I win the charge back. You understand that, right? You understand that, right? So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna erase you from the fucking leaderboard because you're an asshole. It's obvious that your tip was never legit to begin with and you had every intention of trying to charge that back earlier, correct? So you can go fuck yourself and I'll keep your money. Don't try charging it back because I'm keeping it, okay? And now I'm trying to remember who was the second place tipper, right? So we're probably at, after 85, we're probably at like 123 or something like that. It's probably what we're really at now, right? Something like that. So now the only sad fact is I don't remember who the second place.
And then at that point, the Dents demanded the hat, the vest. And we got some messages here. New Haven. Yo, put on your uniform. You work for me. Musty Squatch. Why not put on what you promised chat that you will do for making that money? And we got Spoiled, who's a member. Why did you take money off if you're keeping it? Then we have this one. Don't you normally wear a vest and a hat though? Then the excuses came in. Then, as usual, as he loses, the excuses start coming in because it's never his fault. Phil would be dominating if his moves weren't dropping. Sure, champ. That's right. Then he had enough of ranked mode and ran back to casual. Then we have this from Poem Josh. Time for the Sit in Silence, part of the Baby Turd Rage Street Fighter 6 stream. Then how did it go for him in casuals? DSP is now getting beat down in casuals and saying the game is unplayable. Then we have a quote here from Phil. I really want to rip my hair out of my head. And Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs. How much have you got to lose, Phil? And then, of course, every time a game gets updated and he still can't win, we are at the update fuck the game up excuse now. Then he went on to say that his joystick was the reason he had not got master rank with Akuma yet. But then he got enlightened and he found out and figured out why he can't beat any Kami players. His internet has massive delay and he doesn't know why. He also says it's why he can't jump over fireballs. He is now thinking that it's the fight stick that's not working. Then DSP finishes overtime, getting crushed by a new challenger, quits out before the end screen. Then we have some of the other excuses. Pattern play, dropped inputs, character has the least health, bad connections, the normal stuff. My god, that was the most toxic stream of Street Fighter I've ever seen him do. And then the night stream was a mystery stream. He announced that he's doing a co-op stream with a friend from the past who carried him in Destiny and also played Street Fighter back in the day. Of course, they are doing private lobbies in Street Fighter 6. And DSP says they can't figure out how to voice chat, so Brian won't be heard on stream. DSP is communicating through text messages. Then we have Raw Bennett. Can't do voice chat because Phil doesn't have a mic. That's right, he's saying he had no compatible mic. If only there was a program like Discord existed. Of course, he does have Discord, but he doesn't want to be exposed for it. We have Potion. So according to Phil, you can only use your mic on one thing at a time, and you can't put the same mic in OBS and Discord at the same time. And we have a gift of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck just saying, what? Then Brian also is a streamer on Twitch, so he was streaming the exact same time, so people went to his chat, and Brian said on his stream that he tried to get Phil to use it, Discord that is, but said Phil couldn't figure it out. But at the same time, If he got Phil to try it on Discord, that means Phil has a Discord. He was just too dumb to know how to use it. Rob Bennett. Phil hiding in a private lobby of Brian tonight. A Twitch streamer who plays Fortnite. No shit on the Twitch guy or Fortnite. Yeah, DSP was holding his anger. You can see him getting angry because he got his ass beat all night. Of course, some excuses will come out later on. And then, DSP gets $150 from Jax. Immediately says he won't wear a vest. The goals are stressful, they're obnoxious. He's also thinking about abolishing the goal rewards. That's right, he said he might get rid of the hats, the vest, the gutter glasses, because he only wants people to support him for him. And occasionally he'll bring it back. Of course, as of this recording, he's doing his indie marathon, and he has no problem wearing a vest, gunners, and a hat. Then one of the biggest complaints from DSP is the connection. We have Theo, DSP fighting Brian, who has a 3-bar connection, and he didn't complain about lag. Interesting, maybe this is just the perfect ping DSP has been talking about, dude. And then things got a little bit funny, as Brian is now beating DSP as Cammy. Then Jax is enjoying this, as he says this stream is worth every penny of his tip tonight, which is $150. Fun fact too, this stream was so boring I actually fell asleep during this. Then we have this from Dickstroke and Phil Vlogs. Please don't ask me to put on a vest when I'm playing Street Fighter. Jax tipped $150. Vest denied. Absolute scenes in the chat. Multiple wheelchairs now need counseling due to the lack of vest. Yeah, I believe he said that when he does Street Fighter now, there is no vest, there is no hat, it's all gone during Street Fighter. And then DSP with the excuses, because even though he's trying to hold it in, sometimes it still leaks out. He's losing to Brian, and the excuses of his moves not coming out or dropped are starting to come out. Then Gamerface Gaming sums up the whole night. This is the most boring Street Fighter 6 stream ever. Couldn't you use one of those 20 headsets? You hid from the bankruptcy to talk about the other guy, or play the Xbox version, which is compatible with your toilet seat. You have 2 copies of Street Fighter 6. And then this is his channel here, his Twitch, top tier rated, and DERICH is his own shout out. DERICH is a PDF file. And then the question had to be asked, this is a guy who knows DSP since Street Fighter. Is Brian an actual troll? So someone says, you think you can measure up to the King of Hate, Mr. Top Tier Rated? Which he says, come on G. And then Len the Deranged dropped this. For the record, Brian crapped on Phil for the Jasper reveal. If I remember correctly, he said it was pathetic. So we have this here, so pre-stream he got $100. And these are the top tippers. $40 from Akuma's Long Schlong, most likely Timbo. $25 from Rocky. $23 from August. And $5 from Dan the Dent. You gotta step those numbers up, Dan. Street Fighter 6, the first stream, $118 with $85 come from Trace and Reap, who said they're gonna charge back. Street Fighter 6, second stream with Brian, $181 with $150 come from Jax Cuckster. So he made just about $400. If he would have worked an 8-hour minimum wage job, it would have been $160. So today's difference was a gain of $239 versus a minimum wage job. And I'm sure DSP, being the very responsible person, he put it aside for his savings account. You know what? Who am I kidding here? Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, yeah, yeah. So we have TJ Gamebox, who tweets out $847 spent in WWE Champions. Then in an outer place, great observation. Would you believe DSP received just over $950 in tips up to yesterday's evening stream? $950 minus 10%, which is the fees I believe, is $855. Another odd coincidence. So if you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe to my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.